Hey, what's up, Next Level crew? Welcome back to another episode of What's Your Next. And today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to start a new series called Your Franchise Questions Answered. And we're going to basically take a question that we've gotten from either an online form, an email, maybe from some comments in our different social media platforms. And we're just going to throw that question out to each other and answer it. Pretty simple, right? So today, the first question we're going to throw out there was from Donna, and I believe this came from an email actually. How do I know if I'm a good fit for a franchise?
Welcome to What's Your Next. This is the go-to podcast for aspiring business owners who want to get to the next level, escape the rat race, and give their middle finger to the corporate 9-to-5. If you want financial freedom, work-life balance, and the business of your dreams, you're in the right place. Dave and Stacey Riska, husband-wife franchising duo, openly share their successes, failures, and lessons learned in franchising, business ownership, and working with your spouse.
So Stacey, what's the answer to this?
Donna, first of all, thank you for the question. It shows that you're open to learning and exploring. And let's face it, you probably didn't wake up today saying, hey, I want to buy a franchise. But something tells me that you're a little bit curious about it. And a lot of times the root of this question comes from, I don't think I would make a good franchise owner. Like, don't you have to have a special crown or a special cloak or grow up and go to school to be a business owner? So what do you think, Dave? Do you have to do that to be successful in franchising?
Well, it's a great question, to start off, Donna. Thank you for asking that question, because I think a lot of people who come to us have that exact question in mind is, am I worthy of running a franchise? And let's start off with the crown question, and that is that franchises do have standards, and you are awarded a franchise. You don't automatically get a franchise. So yes, you have to meet some of their requirements as far as what they believe would make a successful franchise. However, for the most part, don't go into this process with that, thinking that way, just because in most cases, when we work with candidates, it's our job to make sure that whatever you are thinking about as franchise, that you are going to be qualified for that franchise. And there's all different types of franchises out there. There's franchises for absolutely everything. So maybe you're thinking this question is, I want to run a Chick-fil-A, and am I qualified? Well, no, you're not qualified. But there are franchises out there that I'm sure you would automatically qualify for and be successful with. So that's my answer to this.
Yeah, I like to kind of take a step back and do some inward reflection, meaning you, Donna, to do this, because my guess is you have some transferable skills, some interests that are going to translate well to business ownership. I would say, can you follow a system? Do you do that in what you're doing today? Are you able to build a team? Can you communicate? These are the skill sets that you're going to need to be successful in a franchise. And so it's not about just being business brilliant. It's about being able to follow a process, ask questions when you're feeling stuck, being able to build a team and being really passionate about something and really being clear that, you know what, it's time for me to explore my next. Because Dave and I, we talk to a lot of candidates, and maybe this is the root of why you're asking the question in the first place, is because they'll tell us they're burned out, they're bored out, they're stressed out, they're sick of sitting in meetings all the time. They want meaning, not meetings. And so if those pain points are resonating with you, Donna, congrats for asking the question and being open to learning and exploring franchise ownership.
Yeah, awesome. I don't think we need to dig too much more into this question. The reality of it is that most people are qualified to be involved with a franchise or acquire a franchise if you are willing to follow the system of that franchise. That's a lot of the reason why you would even want to be looking at franchises to begin with. So thanks for the question, Donna. Great question. Hope we answered it for you. This is another episode of What's Your Next. If you like our content, you know what to do. Like, subscribe. It really helps us. And we'll catch you on the next episode of What's Your Next.